Will the Outlaws of Thunder Junction have what it takes to get players of Magic the Gathering to open their wallets and start buying boxes? Because we are going to find out when the spoiler season starts just how badly players desire this product. Now, in today's video, we have got to discuss some of the upcoming themes and mechanics, as well as some of the reasons players may choose to buy this product or choose to avoid it. Ever since the early visuals for this product, the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, it has had doom and gloom following it everywhere it goes. And for a lot of players, it's well-founded and justified. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel today. Now, when we're talking about the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, there's so many areas you can cover within a set like this, because we're right there at the cusp of spoiler season. By the time you watch this video a short few hours later, or maybe you're watching it later in the day when the spoilers have come out, we'll see if it changed your mind, because as of this moment, at the time I'm filming the video and did the sell-through rates and looked at all of the product lines they're offering and which ones were selling, it's basically none of the above. Yeah, some Commander decks sold. Yes, we have a few hundred boxes here or there of certain parts of it, like collector boxes, and even Play Booster sold a couple of hundred, but the point is, they're abysmal sales. It's in the doghouse. It is so low. I think last I checked, it was below the pre-sale listings and sales records that I had for Murders at Karlov Manor. And that's saying a lot, guys. It's really bad. But here's the thing. There's a lot of factors contributing to how badly this product is being received, okay? Some players don't like the characters they chose. Some people don't like the story. Some don't like the visuals and the artwork. But at the same time, you have increased prices. We got all kinds of other problems in the world leaning on players, giving them that feeling that things just cost too much. And the biggest cost is what people think about. Do I have to have food? Yes. Do I have to have Magic cards? Some people have tried to cook them. We know it's true. But the point is, it's one of those costs that you can control as a person. You gotta buy food, but you can control how many Magic cards you buy and which Magic cards you choose to buy, like any consumer product that is not an essential thing. It is a hobby. So now we look at what Wizards of the Coast is going to offer. What are their next offerings inside this set to drive you forward? Nothing in my mind sticks out more than how expensive collector boxes are, at least here in Canada. And the idea that these things are going to sell en masse, even at shortened print runs, I don't see it happening. I see them sitting on store shelves. I see the pre-release going off with a little bit of fun, and of course this is before seeing spoilers. Remember, we haven't seen them yet at this point at the time of this filming, but we look at the possibilities for this set. What could actually come of it to make you want to buy it? Because there are things that may drive you forward. When you think about this particular set, the Desert Mechanic has got people humming and hawing about what it could be or could not be. I think they're going to be let down personally because I think it's one of the spoiled cards we saw and not a true dual land that will come into play untapped or something. I think there's no way Wizards would give us that in a standard set. You have the overall and overarching idea that this is still a standard set. It's not going to be an overpowered trippy set, although there might be a few cards that really connect well with future sets, so that's something to pay attention to, but that takes us down the route of singles. It definitely doesn't justify buying boxes. So that means you're left to your stores, your LGS to open these products, TCG sellers and resellers to justify by opening boxes, setting their price points, and they're going to profit from the individual single cards. That leaves us as the consumer to choose which singles to buy, which overall still means unless there's some knocking breakout cards that make everyone go bananas, it's a lot less boxes being opened, which doesn't bode well for Wizards of the Coast. So if we know that even with good cards, we're not going to see as many products open because of the prices, inflation, and all the things leaning against us buying them. We have an overwhelming feeling that Wizards of the Coast is out to get us at this point. I feel the same way, which is why I haven't bought boxes for opening in a very long time. Although I still enjoy pre-releases and playing all the time, I buy singles like most of you. So where does that leave us off? What could happen? What could be cards that would drive us forward? Well, I like the idea of them putting horsemanship back into this set. We know there's some tribal horsemanship decks out there. It's very limited. There's not a lot of sets that had it. I think it's just 1 or 2 really, right? The Portal, Three Kingdoms type stuff. But the idea that they could bring that back and add it in, or maybe flanking, adding in some old game mechanics like that to add a little bit of extra power, extra fun, something we haven't seen in a long time. Those may be great for me as a nostalgic player, but they're not going to drive a whole bunch of new players in, but it could be a mechanic that people want to get involved with. Now, if they add in a whole bunch of creature types that could be better supported into other types of deck constructing ideas across multiple formats, that's always a good sign, but they've got to tie it to a standard set. And they want standard to do well. So I think their best bet, their best play, since they can't adjust the prices right now, is if they created the set well, not power creep, but power synergy. Allowing cards to better interconnect in standard with a few sidebar cards that would connect with things like Commander, Legacy, Vintage, Pioneer. If you do the right type of combinations with a few cards that are going to interconnect, it's probably their best bet to get themselves out of the hole they've dug. But they've got to make these cards have true synergy, and hopefully they looked at it when they did their R&D to see which cards they wanted to interconnect where. Because if they didn't do this right and they treated it just as a standard set, this thing's going to languish on LGS shelves. And we know LGSs didn't order a lot. The pre-orders were so low for this product that some stores got like a box. 1 box. And they're willing to buy a new box every couple of weeks or whenever the box sells out. But they're not willing to sit it on their store shelves. And this is an ongoing theme that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Because the prices are just too high to hang your hat on it and say, it's going to be worth it. We know how they've been draining it. We know what the booster box demise has happened. And we can see where the values have gone over the years following these products. And there's going to be no difference. Whether it's a collector box, a play booster box, commander decks. It has to be desired by the consumer for us to buy it. If they don't put the right types of cards in there that we are seeking, they are going to fail at the box office. We're not going to buy it. We're not going to be enticed to go see it, to play it, to be with it. We'll play with what we have. It's their job to get us enticed. It's not our job just to buy random product because they put it before us. We have players who have learned this lesson. Many of us have, including myself. We've been burned too many times that we're like, no, I'm looking for the cards I really want. These are the decks I'm building. I'll look for cards that are associated with that. For my kitchen table, for my brawl deck, whatever I'm playing, two-headed giant, I make sure I'm looking for individual singles that suit it. So if they want me to buy Outlaws at Thunder Junction, if they actually wanted me to buy a box, they would either have to lower the price, which we know has happened already to Murders at Karlov Manor, but that's from the LGS level. But if they were smart, they'd either lower the price, which we know they're not going to do, or they built the set to justify the price, which means they will have engaging, enticing cards with proper synergy that we can link together through multiple formats. I'd like to think they would stick it to standard and have commander players find cards that work with their decks, but I know they won't do that. They're going to try to cater to everybody. It seems to be how the company's been doing things the last several years. So there will be direct commander cards built to be played in commander that'll be found inside this standard set, just the way they've been doing things. And I don't have a problem with that. It's not my perfect ideal, but that may draw a few commander players into buying singles. It gets more sales happening on things like TCG Player, which allows for more people to open boxes, no matter how they get opened. I don't care if you're opening one at home. I care that there's enough product being opened. And if it doesn't do well and there's only a couple of key cards that are awesome, and it doesn't get opened enough, then we have that whole price thing that gets all out of whack, and that's all because the boxes are too pricey and we can't open it. So either way, we're going to have those spoilers come out. A couple hours after I post this video would be the official spoiler day. I'll start covering spoilers by tomorrow's video, and we'll get a real look at what they did. It won't be every card, obviously, but we're only a couple of weeks away from release, and I can't remember another time where it seems they really had a tight lid on what these spoilers are going to be. Yeah, we had 1 or 2 packs spoiled, but not nearly what I remember seeing in the past few years. It seems like it's really close to release date, and that doesn't bode well for anyone who wants to pre-order at this point. You're kind of stuck on it and have to wait now, even if it was an amazing thing. But that's not going to, even if it is that amazing thing, and I mean amazing single cards inside the set, I don't think they told us a good enough story to make you want to buy boxes. There's no appeal to grip a player and say, I want to be there. I want to feel it. I want to read the story. I can't wait to dive into this and build decks just based on being in Thunder Junction. I don't feel that they get us there. And I think because of that and the poor writing quality we've been seeing in recent years, it actually detaches players away from that nostalgic appeal of certain worlds and sets. Think about Shadowmoor. Think about Lorwyn. How many players clamor to go back there again? We keep going back to Ravnica, but you don't bring us to worlds we want to go to. They seem to be saving it up. They overdid Zendikar. They've overdone Ravnica. They got to give us new places to go to. And don't take us back to Innistrad. Anyway, I'm off topic. I just wanted to bring this stuff out there as we are right there to say they need to give us something amazing, or the doom of this set, the whole gloom that's hanging over it, isn't going anywhere. It isn't going anywhere. And although I'm looking forward to this set, and some of the cards and artwork I think looks great, I'm one player buying singles. That's not enough to sell your product. Wizards needs to do a better job. You guys let me know what Wizards of the Coast would need to do to make you want to buy a product like this, to make you want to get in there and buy boxes of it. I'm really curious to see what you're going to say, and most people don't make it to the end of this video to give their opinion. But I think they'd have to go the synergy route while still sticking to standard, but giving us some real popping cards that will work well with what we already have out there. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the channel. If you think you have a better idea, I want to see those comments in the comments section. And a reminder, if you enjoyed today's content, you liked hanging out with the Mox Man, new videos every day, just hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, help me get closer to that big goal of 50,000 subscribers. I know it's a long way off, but every person who subscribes counts. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, bring a friend to Magic. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you for all the amazing patrons I have on my channel supporting me every day, my YouTube membership members. Because of these people, we are able to upload daily content to YouTube. It allows for that flexibility to make sure that these videos get done each and every day. Thanks again to all my subscribers, my viewers, my YouTube membership members, and of course, the patrons. Okay guys, we are here, and I had a hard time. Well, ramble jamble! This is like, I'm recording this, of course, the day before spoiler season starts. They'll go Twitch stream and they'll start showing all these crazy cards, and they'll get posted up on Skyfall and all these things. And we'll get to see MTG spoilers all go up. We get it. And then we'll talk about the cards. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. I love seeing the new news come around. Especially when it feels like a lot of this stuff that we need to talk about, we can't talk about until we see it. I need to make sure. But I can tell you this. The sales suck. They're down in the basements, man. I didn't want to put a total hardcore bad vibe on the set because I kind of like the look of it, but at the same time you can't lie about the numbers. The numbers tell you things. Nobody wants to buy boxes. Collector boxes, they're collectible. No, they're not, because it says collector on the side. That tells you it's not collectible. Wizards does nothing to protect that value, so why is it collectible, right? Now, on the same time, you got play boosters. Oh, they're more expensive. Yeah, they are, and it's stopping people from buying them. Everyone's going to buy singles. Nobody's going to buy boxes, and it's going to suck. It's going to hurt. And I don't just mean the LGSs. I mean, if these prices get more and more out of whack, if we see more discrepancies and more $8, $10, $12, $15 cards, all that's going to happen is Wizard will combine those cards into a new premium product. We understand the company. You understand where they're going. I'm calling it now before other people. If you know who I'm talking about, just put the initials in the comment section. Anyway. Thanks again, guys, for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me gripe and complain about how my coffee is, it's almost all gone. Oh, right there. I'm down to a smidgen. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking forward to the pre-release. So I'm kind of stoked. And I want to try some of these crazy things on Arena if they give me the cards I think they're going to give. But I don't want to ruin it. We're going to talk about it. Those desert cards are something you should pay attention to. All right, guys, I'm off topic. I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good day because you got to hang out. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome one.